Okay, so the Blood Angels versus Necron slash Dark Mechanicus on a blasted world legendary Carnal House mission from the Orpheus campaign. So the Blood Angels, you got 2,000 points with 2 orbital intervention forces,
Yes.
and the Archangel intervention force. So
No, that's just
oh, that's
just some just.
oh, that's just some stuff. Okay, so you've got where's Caster?
I'm not using it. I'm using the Ball Predator.
The Ball Predator instead. Okay, so Ball Predator, Death Company, and then formations of Termies. And on the Necron side, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry, Dark Mechanicus Necrons. So there's my Skitarii Rangers. What are they? Breachers, Tech Priest, and then 2 units of Flayed Ones, 1 big blob of Warriors, 1 unit of Immortals. This guy who ran away, he fled from our previous battle and ran off the field. That Overlord, he might do it again today. We'll see. Death Marks, Ghost Ark, Annihilation Barge, Scarabs, Night Scythe. I think that's it. I'll post. Here's my visible list, but hard to read. And then the way this mission works here is this battlefield on a blasted, ruined world with orbital barrages of crashing debris and everything. And at the end of the game, you want to have a unit of 5 guys within 3 inches of that or in it. It's worth 3 points. And then this building, this pile of ruins, this ruined building, that large house, the wall that looks like it came from the Acropolis, and the brown building are worth 1 point each if there's a unit of 5 guys within it, or standing within 3 inches of it. And there's a Slay the Warlord, but no other special points because we don't have any super heavies or anything. So it's got Dawn of War deployment. It does have night fighting. And we should roll off to see who goes first. All right, deployment is done. The Necrons will go first, unless the Blood Angels cease. By the way, the Blood Angels just have a Bell Predator and some Death Company. That's their entire deployment. I have Death Marks, the Immortals, and the Night Scythe, and the 2 units of Flayed Ones in reserves. I guess I do need to deploy my Flayed Ones, since they're going to infiltrate. Yeah. Okay, now we've got the Flayed Ones deployed. And,
See if I seize?
You want to seize? He does! Luckily, there's no first blood. That means, however, we need to roll for the buildings. It's an uneventful first turn for the Blood Angels. Everything drives over to hide behind this giant central hourly rate pod tell, which is probably full of dead bodies at this point. We did discover that that large building in the corner has got an undetonated piece of ordnance in it, as does this. And neither one of them blew up this turn. This is full of dead bodies of killed Imperial people. This has Imperial refugees hiding in it who will appear later. The Acropolis gave rerolls and night vision, and the building in the far corner is reinforced, getting in a better cover save. Which right now will be a 2-up in the dark, but you're not going to shoot me this turn, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah. On to my turn. Okay, so in the Necron phase, all the Necrons come after 2 units of Blood Angels, pretty much, as well as the Dark Mechanicus, and totally fail. It's not entirely true. The jet bikes managed with 3 blasts to shoot down and kill 1 Death Company Marine. And then the Scarabs charged the center building and destroyed it, tearing it to pieces, but we still don't know what's in it because they're not a scoring unit. Neither bomb detonated. Flayed Ones are hanging out in the ruins, trying to run close enough that they can probably kill something next turn. And it is round 2 out of the 6. Night fighting ends. We roll off for Orbital Barrage. So the Blood Angel's turn, neither of his reserves come in, but because of the rules with the building, the mysterious building, one of his units could come out of it this turn because it could have deployed. So the Termies, which can assault the turn they come out of Deep Strike, count as Deep Striking, according to the mysterious objective rule. They came in. The Death Company, of which there's just 1, they decided to come at the Flayed Ones, and the Bale Predator decided it wanted to drive over and then flame the jet bikes, and so the jet bikes actually lost 2 out of 3, but did not run. The Thunderhammer just blew up the Annihilation Barge, And the Death Company managed to kill, I think it was 3 flayed ones, and the flayed ones returned the favor, killing 3 Death Company. And then one of them shot himself in the head with his plasma pistol. Okay, so it is on to my turn 2. We've already had the orbital barrage, which managed to, glance the tank?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, so my turn 2. Flayed ones, Death Marks came in, deviated, almost putting themselves into reserve again, but they finally survive. Warriors come up and claim the center objective, discovering that it has a secret group of Imperials in it, which is good because these Marks are going to be able to bring back a unit of Imperials. And the reason that's good is because during the combat phase, the Bale Predator was torn to pieces by the Scarabs. It can't come back because it's not infantry. The flayed ones killed the lone, what are they called? Death Company. And then the other giant squad of flayed ones tore apart the assault terminators and just murdered them. And so currently there are no Imperials on the board, but it goes back to Mark's turn, round 3. And next turn there's an orbital barrage coming in.
Yeah.
So
can we do that at the end of this one?
it's an even number of turns.
Oh.
So those flayed ones over there are going to move 2 inches, and the other ones have all consolidated. So roll for your reserves. So in the Blood Angel turn, pretty much everything comes in. Then one unit lands on top of the Ghost Ark and goes back into reserve. This unit of Termes lands, crack grenades back at the Ghost Ark, immobilizes it, takes off its quantum shielding. This unit of shooty Termes shot a whole bunch into the Scarabs, killing 3 bases. The unit of shooty Termes there kills all but 1 flayed one. The unit of assaulty Termes here kills the Death Marks, and the unit of shooty Termes also killed Death Mark. And Mark got 1 unit back because of the central building, which was holding some guys, which is this unit of assaulty Termes. And that's it. The bombs have not gone off. So does bottom of round 3? Bottom of round 3. Yeah. All right, round 3. We're starting out round 4. There's going to be an orbital barrage, piece of burning debris. The flayed one Scarab swarm surrounds and charges the shooty Terminators. They kill 1 flayed one out of the other squad, and then pretty much we murdered all but 1 Termi, who rolled a double 1 on his leadership, so he stood in combat. I don't know why these Scarabs are here. They're dead. Bomb went off, killing no one here. The squad of Termes there, the shooty Termes, are running because of all the combined grav cannon fire.
These guys.
Yeah. And then the assault Termes were attacked by the Lich Guard, and the Lich Guard remarkably didn't take any wounds from the Lightning Clouds or the Thunderhammer, and killed some, leaving 1 guy with a Thunderhammer. So it is round 3 or 4? 4. Yeah. Even turn. So we do a roll-off, and there's no score yet, because no one's killed a Warlord. And so we'll see what goes. From the other angle of the table, because this is where all the action is occurring, the Lich Guard get just pummeled. As a matter of fact, the Lich Guard and the Warriors combined did not kill any Terminators. The Terminators killed all the Lich Guard, killed some Warriors, and the Warriors are running. But they can't get chased down because they got killed by Termes. The 2 shooty Termes here failed. They killed 1 Ranger and then failed to charge, because on Overwatch the Rangers killed a Termi. No one came in from reserve this turn. And then on the other side of the table, the lone Cyclone Missile Launcher Terminator was killed by Scarabs, I think, or maybe flayed ones. But the other squad of 5 Termies manages to just stick it, kill some flayed ones. And if they can kill 2 more, then I don't get to score that objective. But if I can kill 1 of him, then he won't. And it's the bottom around 4. So we got 2 turns left. I got nothing. I still got my guy in reserve, so my Warlord finally comes in. And we got no more bombs and stuff because this ordnance bomb blew up, wounding no one. And I think that's it. So my guys come in. All right, back to this side of the board. Top around 5 is what it's going to be. We'll get an orbital strike and the end of the game at 6. Flayed ones failed to kill Termes, as do the Scarabs. Termes killed 2 flayed ones over here, and they were locked in combat all along. So no one's... Well, if either of these sides dies, then there's no scoring over here for that army. My Warlord came in. I'm tactically plotting so I can drop him on that objective next turn, which is the end of the game. And then my warriors regrouped, but they were unable to do anything to the Termies because they were snap firing, even re-rolling. And that lone assault cannon Termy is shot to death by grav cannons, so he cannot kill my scoring unit in that back corner. That's my plan. And my jet bike, he managed to hit a large blast on a Termy and do nothing. I forget how I did kill one assault Terminator. I mean, one shooty Terminator with a galvanic rifle or something. Yeah. So it is top of your turn 5. You got nothing in reserve, right? No, you still do. Yeah, an assault unit, which can still assault out of deep strike. This is pretty hard to explain, but these Termies deviated 8 inches away, made a 10-inch charge when they came in, and locked the Ranger crowd in. The Termies that fought the mass unit of 19 warriors killed a couple in shooting and then charged and ran them off the table. So they didn't chase them down. The warriors just failed a leadership check on an 11 and then rolled a 10 and ran off the table. And then this fight over here with the flayed ones versus the Termies. There are 5 flayed ones and 5 Termies left. And it is the top of round, the bottom of round 5. So we've got 1 turn to go after this. I still got my Warlord. He still has his Warlord. No, he doesn't. His Warlord died in that charge over there in a challenge. So I'm going to score 1 point there. And I'm going to have to put some Termies, some units down to score, because you have to have 5 individual infantry to score in this. So you can. There's no OPSEC either, though you could deny. And right now, this unit scoring, those 2 units over there are scoring, and the unit in this is scoring, and then nothing else has 5 individual infantry. So I'm going to try to take this center tower, because it's worth 3 points. Yeah. Because currently I have a score of 1. There's no line breaker and no first blood. So at the end of my turn, which was pretty quick, my heavy grab cannons just almost wiped out enough Termies to make them non-scoring, and then the 2 arc rifles on the which don't have a good AP, but they still cause Termies to fail saves, and I knocked it down to 3 Termies over there. We forgot to see if they ran away. You should check to see if they run.
Oh, we got to do that.
Oh, that combat in the back corner. Yeah, I predict the Termies will wipe them out. If they don't wipe them out, I'll edit this video. Right now, I'm going to assume they will. They get to swing first. And in this combat here, before I finish, the flayed ones got reduced to 2 and still failed to kill any Termies, which is really sad. So it ends. The Night Scythe flies off the board, the 5 Immortals and the Warlord jump out, scoring the central objective, which was ruined at the beginning of the game. The Termies survived the combat with all 5 of them, but they couldn't consolidate into that lead objective, and because of that, he scores 1 point. So it ends 4-1, with only 2 scoring units left on the entire game, because everything else is dead. Well, I mean, not everything. There's 2 Lightning Claw Termies in the back corner, and there's some Termies over here.
3 there.
Actually, there's not much of either side left. I would, if I couldn't wipe out those Lightning Claws, I'd probably do something to the servitors, but I got grab cannons, so I probably would. It's hard to say what happened if the game kept going, but...
Well, 6 turns.
Yeah, 6 turns.
That was an interesting scenario.
It was interesting, yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Will.
Okay, so it was a Necron / Dark Mechanicum victory.